All right, let's get to work.
Oh, for Christ's sakes. Again?
What's wrong with him?
You know what? I don't even care. I don't even care. You deal with it. I'm gonna go get sandwiches. I'm gonna go get some delicious
No,
sandwiches.
Greg, I cannot be the one. Hey. Hey there, buddy. Hey, Gerard. What's up, buddy?
Alex, thank God you're here. Come closer.
What's up, man? There's a lot of Chex Mix around here.
I need a 12-inch meatball on Parmesan bread with extra cheese, pepper jack,
Gerard,
extra meatballs.
I'm not gonna get you a meatball sub. You gotta get over this. We need you.
Need?
Yeah, we need you.
She needed me.
Who needed you?
Catherine needed me. They needed me. Everyone needs me. But what about what I need?
Catherine? From the game Catherine? That was like a year ago, dude. You know what? We gotta get you a new month. We gotta get you a new game. We gotta get you a new girl. Gerard, this month isn't the month of love. This is gonna be the month of sequels.
Month of sequels?
Yes!
Super Mario World 2, Yoshi's Island. No one's safe from the tongue.
The month of love is crap. Anyone who's in love is crap. Love, who needs it? I don't need it. I don't need it.
Why don't you just pick up your box, buddy?
Because girls suck, Greg.
Just pick up your box. It'll make you feel better.
Welcome to the month of sequels here on the Completionist. Where I have nothing to do about your feelings about girls or anything like that. Speaking of girls, today I'm going to start reviewing games that I've reviewed from Season 1. Now, note, Spark Notes, sparkmanual.com/cubes. You need to have seen all the game reviews I've done in Season 1. These are problem-free. Philosophy, Hakuna Matata. I'm sad.
Super Mario World 2, Yoshi's Island. What's kind of weird about Yoshi's Island is that although it's billed as a Mario game, you actually just end up playing as Yoshi, which may or may not be a bad thing depending on your feelings toward these little critters.
But Badman, isn't Yoshi's Island technically a prequel?
But Badman, isn't Yoshi's Island technically a prequel?
But
Badman, isn't
Yeah, but Badman, why are you doing that?
Yeah, don't feel so good, does it, Greg, huh?
Catherine. But Badman, why are you crying?
The story of Super Mario World is kind of confusing yet endearing. Yes, this game technically is a prequel despite the fact that it bills itself as the next in the series. However weird this may be, there are a few games that did exactly this. Games such as Metal Gear Solid
And Yoshi's Island. Oh, wait.
So the story goes that there was this stork that was carrying these two twin baby brothers who turn out to be our familiar plumbers Mario and Luigi. While being taken to their parents, Kamek, the sorcerer of Mario World, tries to kidnap them. He grabs Luigi, but Mario is knocked off out of the sky. Cut to a familiar friend Yoshi wandering about his island, minding his own business, when suddenly Mario lands on his back with a map.
Apparently completely unscathed from a fall above the clouds.
The map outlines all of Yoshi's Island, detailing exactly where Mario is meant to go, and even where Luigi is being held. And so, after conversing with all the other Yoshis, they decide to go on an epic quest to save baby Luigi and reunite their brothers with their parents. What's incredibly refreshing about this story is that for the first time ever in a Mario canon-based storyline, we are not saving the princess. While our villain is still unknown, we know that the sorcerer is a henchman of Bowser, so it's safe to assume that he's probably going to have something to do with it.
So even when they were babies, the world was out to get them. Poor little Italians.
Graphically speaking, this game is miles different than Super Mario World. It looks like the art was designed by some 9-year-old kids. And you know what? I wish I had an army of 9-year-old kids to hire to do this, because hot damn is it cute to look at.
You want an army of 9-year-olds to do what exactly? Fight Jackie Chan?
Because of the new presentation, it does alter the game a lot, making it feel like it really wasn't a part of the Mario universe to begin with. But that's not necessarily a bad thing. I tip my hat to Nintendo for really giving it their all to change what we already know about Mario at this point.
And to my understanding, despite how childish this game feels, people say that Yoshi's Island is definitely a fan favorite of all ages. The level design is remarkably interesting and yet challenging. Veteran Mario players will find themselves experiencing gameplay that is so utterly different, but unique. You'll find yourselves getting sucked in with each passing level. The music is really something else. There's a lot of different genres, but one thing to note is that no matter what kind of mood you're in or what level you're on, the music has so much cheer to it. It'll just make you smile. Feeling depressed? This game is just for you. Speaking of depressed, let's check in on Gerard.
The point of this game is to do handoffs with individual Yoshis at the end of each level to get to the end of the 6 worlds. You must battle your way through foes, familiar and new, in order to reach each Yoshi. While traveling your way through each stage, you will also have 3 micro-objectives to complete if you choose to do so. These micro-objectives actually result in a percentage ending bonus, so yes, getting 100% in this game actually might mean something in the end. The first of these 3 micro-objectives is to get the stars with the happy faces on them.
Aw, they look so happy!
The happy stars represent how many hit points that Baby Mario has. Unlike most Marios where you die after being hit a few times, this one involves the most annoying scream on the planet. If you get hit by an enemy, the amount of stars that you have will start to deplete. In order to complete the first objective, you must beat the level with having full life of 30 star points. But of course, you have to deal with that incessant crying. Babu! Objective 2 involves collecting the 20 red coins. Scattered throughout each level are 20 coins that are generally blended with the other regular coins. When you collect them, they turn red. It's safe to say, grab all the coins you can, just like any other Mario game. The third and final of the mini objectives is the 5 sunflowers. These sunflowers, while also important to completing the objective, act as a chance for you to get a bonus minigame at the end of each level. These bonus minigames actually range from giving you a lot of extra lives to even getting items that you can use on the field of battle.
When it comes to the field of battle, there's actually quite a bit of complexity in regards to what Yoshi can do. His main skill, eat everyone! If you press down, he poops them into an egg. Having up to 8 eggs at once, these eggs can help you reveal secrets, get more happy stars, defeat enemies, or just throw them for the hell of it. What's really cool about these eggs is that you can also upgrade their power based on color. You can get yellow eggs, which will turn enemies into coins, and you can also get red eggs, and any enemy you hit with them will grant you 2 happy stars. Great for capping off your life at the end of each level.
At certain points of some levels, Yoshi can transform into different beings. He can turn into a helicopter, a badass digging mole with glasses, or even a car with extension wheels. These little elements of interesting challenges and puzzles help test your abilities to use time and care to getting past enemies and goals. Like a puzzle platforming game, like Catherine.
This check's fixed. Why am I getting attacked?
Castle boss fights are something else. Aside from the levels being pretty damn difficult, the boss fights are super fun and require you to use all of your platforming and floating abilities. And the bosses that you fight are actually giant versions of enemies you're used to encountering, so it makes these fights much more rewarding and endearing.
Remember, when in doubt, eat everyone and everything! Even those floaty, fluffy seed things. Wait! No, Gerard! Not that fluffy thing!
So you've beaten all 6 worlds and finally made it to the last castle. And who is there waiting for you? Yep, you guessed it, it's...
The Mario All-Stars pack?
Yes, Greg, the boss of the game is the Mario All-Stars pack.
Wow, finally! Took you forever to finish that dang thing.
The level difficulty changes depending on which doors you choose. And then you fight Baby Bowser. Now, let's not get confused with Bowser Jr. These are 2 different beings. After the initial fight, he won't stay little for long. The sorcerer casts his evil magic and makes Bowser grow up. You then fight him again, and he's a little bit more difficult. In fact, the final boss fight can be more difficult for amateur gamers, but the visuals in this battle are great, just like the whole rest of the game. I'm gonna start out by saying that with this bonus, it's definitely not worth the time it takes. You have to beat each and every level and get 100% of the items in there as well. That means you have to collect all the hundreds of coins in the game, the hundreds of stars, and hundreds of flowers. It doesn't seem like much, but it takes a lot of man hours, especially when the levels get more difficult with progression. When you get 100% in each world, you will unlock special levels at the end. You also unlock bonus levels that can help you farm some items and lives. But each of the actual levels end up being 6 of the most difficult levels in the entire game, which you must also 100% complete.
Well, after all that work, there must be a pretty awesome reward, right?
Right? All you get is a different colored title screen and a star that represents each of the worlds that you 100%ed. Yay! The ideals behind completing this game are pretty damn hard. Don't be fooled, this game's got a ton of brass to it. Be prepared for a lot of frustration and possible tears. So bring a box of tissues. At the end of the day, I really love this game. As a kid, it was a refreshing change of pace to the regular running and jumping style of Mario. And despite the childlike artistic design, this game wasn't just for kids. It actually takes a lot of work. I'm always surprised as to just how many hours I put into this game. And not to mention, my cartridge battery died right after I 100%ed this game. I can't imagine how pissed I would be if that happened in the middle of me playing it for this review, but I lucked out. Hopefully. But at the end of the day, it was a fun Mario-type game, and I can play this just like any other classic for years to come.
You know, actually, for realsies, not for fakesies, Super Mario World 2 Yoshi's Island is a pretty interesting game, regardless of how weird it comes off as. No matter how many 9-year-old kids you get to animate this game, or the ideals of saving baby Mario despite how annoying his scream is, and how you just want to get him a bottle and a blanket but he just won't shut up, it's still a great, interesting game. It's definitely not necessarily a sequel, but it is a part of the Mario franchise, so we have to acknowledge it. But also with that kind of whole thing too, it's definitely not worth the whole completion 100% murder yourself alone on a Friday night slaving away, and then you have the cartridge and it breaks on you while you're mid-recording and you can play the whole game over and over again. With that in mind, guys, this game gets my completionist rating of finish it. I kicked the box out of anger.
Finish it!
That's all the time we have for today, guys, so please, as always, leave your positive and negative comments below so you can crush my soul. And don't forget to face, tweet, Tamelgram us to make sure that... Screw her, she's not even real. Catherine, you're not real. You're not gonna call me back. I'm done with you. I'm done. It was a year ago. It was a year ago. Honestly. Can we just be real about this? Seriously, why haven't you called?